Hello, good morning everyone, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're seeing this video. Welcome back to my channel. A beautiful Saturday. Just thank you all so much for coming. In this video today, I just want to talk about something. You see this life, you see this life that we're in. One thing that I've learned, we always say it, but sometimes people don't imbibe it. You see this popular saying, be kind to people because you never know where you're going to meet them. See this life every day, life they turn, things they turn, things they change. Wherever you are today, be contented with it, do good with it, and because you never know what tomorrow will be. And for you, that is, find yourself wherever you find yourself, treat people nice because you don't know where you're going to meet them again in this life. We say that all the time, but people don't seem to, understand it. The reason why I'm saying this is, when I was in Nigeria, I used to, as a young student that was even when I finished secondary school, I was trying to write JAMB. There's this small organization, I'll call it, that I was working as a sales girl. That was way many years ago when I got married and everything. I finished secondary school, trying to get myself to write JAMB. I was trying to I was working with this small organization then. So the owner of that organization then was living with a younger brother of his. Of course, younger brother, he's more or less seeing himself as the boss in the office. So the older brother, who is the real director who is the owner of the company, was a very nice man. I would really give it to him. He was a very nice and kind-hearted man, treated me good and everything. But you see the younger brother, Jehovah Nissi. Oh, my Father, my Lord, that guy was so mean, so rude, so disrespectful. And right from when I was young, everybody that knows me, I always tell people I'm somebody that is very allergic to insults. And for that reason, I find it difficult to insult people. I hardly insult people. In fact, I don't even know what to push me to insult somebody, especially somebody who is. It doesn't even matter whether you're young or old. I would rather walk away from you than insult because I'm very allergic to insult. So insult is not something that comes out of me so easily. So this guy was really mean. On several occasions, I complained to the brother the way his younger brother was behaving. And this time I complained, you say, don't worry, I'll talk to him. That's how he is, blah, 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 blah. This guy. And sometimes he will bring his girlfriends, and his girlfriends, unfortunately, will still be active because their office is right next to the door. In fact, it's like the next house to where the office is where they live, So most times when I come in the morning, I have to go to the house to collect the key of the office. Of course, I'm the receptionist. I have to go to the office, to the house to collect the receipt. Do you know what this guy used to do to me? When I go to collect the key, because of how rude and how disrespectful he is, mainly I knock to collect the key, he would throw the key at me like he threw it on the ground. When you're like you're giving a dog something, and then I used to look at myself, I'm like, right from time I'm somebody that is very conscious of my looks. I may not wear something that is expensive, but I'm very conscious of my looks, the way I look, So this guy was doing this thing. Fast forward many years after, yours sincerely went to Nigeria. Yours sincerely traveled to Nigeria, and I went to one shop it wasn't even me, it wasn't even my somebody where I was with, we went to one shop like that to buy. She went to buy pure water or something like that. Because me, I'm not saying it to feel big, but I don't drink pure water. You see what they call pure water in Nigeria? I don't drink it. Sometimes they'll tell me, oh, this one is very good, even though it's in sachet. I'm not a pure water person. Right from the time I was in Nigeria, I find it difficult to drink that pure water because I've seen most of the companies where they make them, they don't look hygienic, except for now. Probably things are changing, but I'm not really a pure water person. You understand? I would rather buy water. I go to all these companies. That there's one company that had water, that sells water in Festac. Then they sell pure water to bottled water, and then the tap water. Rather get the tap water, boil it, leave it to cool, and drink it. So somebody that went to buy, I think, pure water and biscuit or something like that. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, brethren and brothers, guess who came out from the store? Well, that from this thing. I'm sorry, so sorry. From this kiosk or shade or whatever, because when I call it store, it's like I'm really upgrading it. Guess who came out from there? It was the woman was actually sitting, and she asked, call somebody, by pet name, of course, apparently the husband, to get her whatever we're asking for. And it turns out it was, voila, this guy. I saw him. At first, he was looking at me like, because I wasn't the one buying something, like my niece was the one buying something. So I was just looking at him, He was looking at me. I recognized him, but I believe in his face, like, wait, this face looks familiar. He was looking at me, I was looking at him. So after a while, I called him by his name. He said, wait, I know that this face looks familiar. So the first thing I told him, I said, I'm surprised that the face will look familiar to you, because all through the period I was with you people, you never even looked at my face. So I'm surprised that you recognize face. He said that he knows this way. He said, oh, was with us. Let me take my gun and let's take my name down. Was with me. Why? So I explained to him. He was like, oh, wow, is this you? I remember 4 years ago, or whatever he said 5 years ago, whatever nonsense he was saying. I met your mom, because they happen to know in fact, the older brother I was working with then happens to be a very close, in fact, that was how I got the job, a very close friend to my older sister's husband. So it was through my older sister's husband, when I finished, and he said he needed the receptionist, my in-law, my brother-in-law then, of blessed memory, introduced me to him, So that was how I became the receptionist. I was there then preparing for my job, if you know what I mean. So, and he said, oh, that's so true that they got to know, somehow they knew my family, because sometimes they visit my in-law, they know, and we don't even live that too far away from each other. It's a job that I work to. So he said, oh, how many years ago I saw your mom, and your mom told me that you got married, blah, blah, blah. And trust my mom, because of the way he treated me. So my mom really bragged because he really told me a lot of things about my husband. He said, oh, my husband, mom told me that you got married to a medical doctor, blah, 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 daga, 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 ding, ding. I'm like, yes, I do. He said, oh, you're looking very good. I said, of course I will look good. That's what I told him. I said, of course I will look good. He said, oh, where do you stay now? Da, 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 da. What are you doing now? Blah, blah, blah. I said, anyway, I don't reside in the country anymore. I'm out of the country. I live in the US. He said, oh, I've always known that you're a very smart girl. I'm like, what in the world is this human being ranting about? What is he talking about? Anyways, long story short, this is somebody that, he started offering me a chair and everything. Come and sit. What do you want? He was just running back and forth. And the wife was trying to tell the wife, oh, this girl she used to work with my brother. She was a very nice girl, very respectful. I'm like, what in the world is this human being talking about? So the wife started opening, or maybe at first the wife maybe thinking, oh, maybe the other night old babe or something like that. So I was asking him, I said, oh, what about your brother and the wife and everything? He said, oh, they are good. And I think he told me that the brother too, I think left Nigeria. I think the brother left Nigeria, got married, left Nigeria. I can't remember the country he's in, whether Germany or Austria, whatever, that the brother went to. I guess when the brother left, the arrogant human being could not continue the brother's business. So apparently, men looking at him, he doesn't look like somebody who is living good anymore. No offense to him. The point I'm trying to make here is this. You see, this life, it's not good to look down on people, because probably as at that time he saw himself as, you know, the younger brother to a very rich guy, you know, because his brother was doing quite well then, very rich guy. For that reason, nobody worth anything to him. Because I worked with them for almost like 2 years, and that guy, everybody around that knows him will tell you that he was a very rude, arrogant young man. I remember that there was a time that they were trying to get him a job, I think in the police force or something like that. And the guy was like feeling, and I used to see the way he talks to even his elder brother. He's a very rude dude, you know. Then fast forward, I look at myself and I see, sees me. He's somebody that can't even let me come close. He wants to give me key, he will throw the key on the ground. If you ask him for something, he's just so disgusting. I mean, he acts as if, you know, the sight of me irritates him or something like that. I don't even know what that was then. And then he used to have a girlfriend then that used to come. I remember one time, this babe, she was the only person that I really had an issue with. Because I remember one time she came, I think she fetched water. I don't know if it was the guy that sent her or whatever. She fetched water downstairs. She wanted to carry it because they were living in the first floor of the house they were living. Then this babe came to the office and called me to help her, to bring water for her for one set. Now that I said I'm going to do that one. That one is what I will not do, because that is not what I came here to do. So she was like, you carry the water. Am I? I'm sorry, I didn't want to even mention his name. Well, asked me to bring to tell you to bring the water for him. That I said I did not come here to be anybody's housemaid. I came here as his brother's receptionist, not to fetch water for you. I will not do that. This girl was ranting and was making, and incidentally, the stupid girl. I'm sorry. Incidentally, the girl we bear the same name. She was ranting and making us. I told her, I said, instead I will do it, I'll quit this job today. So she went upstairs, told the guy, you know, and after about an hour or thereabout, it took a while. The guy came to the office. So by the time he came to the office, the brother was back in the office and he was trying to rant. And the brother told him outright that you can't do that. You cannot do that. She cannot. I will not allow her to do that. That's not why she's here. So my brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, today, he's not bragging, but my life is good right now, way better than him, because the person I saw, in fact, after buying the thing, I had to give the wife. I didn't want to give. I gave for the wife some extra change, and she was thanking me, appreciating me, asking me questions about US, how I got to US, blah blah blah. You was asking many questions. Life is good for me right now. Yes, I must say it. So you see, this life, it's not good to look down on people. It is not just good to look down on people. Wherever you are, work hard. You know, keep your hands straight. Somewhere down the line, I made a video one time that I said that don't even bother yourself so much about a lot of things, because tomorrow has a way of settling the cases of today. Keep your hands clean. Do what is legit. Pray to your God. Keep it straight. Don't give people bad for evil, because you never know what tomorrow holds. That is just my little tip for this morning. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. Be good out there. Tomorrow is always brighter. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.